Chris the king of nerds, pro wrestling he swerves, stats and moves he serves, living in the universe, ring the bell he's there, with that passionate flair, posters up every...
Hey nerds, welcome back to Nerdstalgia Podcast. This is the first time we're going to flip the script a little bit, and instead of the what are you nerdy about, talk a little bit about what I am nerdy about. So I wouldn't have a nerdy store if I wasn't nerdy about some stuff. So a lot of useless knowledge up here, and maybe I can put some of that to use. So my friend Joe Fonte Flame, he's going to co-host this with me, so it's not just me talking, and I have somebody to talk to about what I'm nerdy about. So
Absolutely.
all right, so Joe, what's going on, man?
Man, just chilling, really, man. So
Yeah.
today, you're talking about pretty much something that I feel like we're both nerdy about it, but it's great to have somebody that has that similar interest in even down to the pro wrestling stuff and everything. So it's exciting, bro. I can't wait to talk about this stuff with you.
Yeah, we got a lot of nerdy stuff to talk about. So you did the Dragon Ball Z episode a few weeks back on the
sir.
What Are You Nerdy About? So appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And liked our time together, and we can chop it up about a lot of things. So
Yes, sir.
this is we're here in Christmas season at Nerdstalgia. It's a retail store. It's the best nerdy store you don't know about yet. We're celebrating 4 months open here in about a week and a half. So brand new store in Colorado Springs, where you can find something that you're nerdy about. So whether it's music, movies, video games, comic books, toys, collectibles, it's a throwback. If you're into Disney stuff, we got Disney toys and movies and records. If you're into comics, or if you're into whatever, we probably got something nerdy for you. So Nerdstalgia is in the Citadel Mall in Colorado Springs, and you can visit us 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, and then Sundays we're 11 to 6. We're closed on Mondays. Got to figure out that day off somewhere, and but here we are. So come check us out. And it's Christmas season right now, so if you need to find a unique gift, you say, this person has everything. They don't have everything. We've got something they don't have, guarantee it. So, Joe, with the What Am I Nerdy About podcast, we'll just kind of chat, we'll catch up, here at Nerdstalgia. New items, check out our TikTok and the shorts on here, reels on Instagram. You can find all of it at Nerdstalgia Shop, and we're going to talk about what's new in the store, and where you can find Snoop on his stoop right now. So you find Snoop in a number of places throughout the store through Christmas season. So come see what Snoop's checking out. So usually I have a customer come in, we talk about what they're nerdy about. This time it's what am I nerdy about? So I thought we'd kick that off with a little hip-hop talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. It's, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. So tell me pretty much about like how what first gravitated you towards hip-hop?
Okay. So I think, hip-hop really hit mainstream in the early 90s, late 80s. I was that's when I'm in elementary school.
Okay.
And you're trying to figure out your music taste and who you are. And then, 5th grade, then you're going into junior high, really trying to figure it out. But, as corny as it is, the early stuff that I got into was the MC Hammers, the Vanilla Ice, evangelical Christian raised, so DC Talk.
Oh wow.
DC Talk, the early hip hop stuff.
I got you.
All right. So here, D is for decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obscene. I don't play that way. C is for the Christ to the IAN. That's right, y'all. I'm born again. That's the type of hip hop I had to have in my house. But
I heard that.
one time, I found this cassette that somebody had recorded on.
Yeah.
And on one side, I had the Beastie Boys, and on the other side was Run DMC. So I'm like, oh, all right.
That's brilliant.
What's this? This is
Yeah.
better than Hammer.
Yo, yeah. Respect to MC Hammer.
Hey, I'll
But
still
Too
throw-
Legit to Quit is like a banger. So.
I'll still throw it down. You can't touch this.
Yeah.
I got a video somewhere. I broke a stage at a karaoke place doing the dance.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, oh
So-
my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's what got me in. That's for
Okay.
sure.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that, man. What's so I know we wanted to talk about personal top fives and stuff,
Yep.
but
We're gonna hold that to the end.
Yeah, let's savor that best part for last, the juicy stuff, right?
Yeah.
But so over the years, seeing the progression of hip hop, like what would basically be your favorite era or like kind of
Sure.
like years of hip hop?
So let's go back a little bit because I like to talk music history. So
Yeah.
when I talk nerdy, I love roots.
Yes, bro.
So-
Yes.
Hip hop is jazz music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So for those that don't know, jazz music brought to us through the South, through black culture, through many of the slaves getting out and learning instruments. They would have time, they would have their social time as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They would, music was a big thing.
Music was a big
So you sing, you had your dances, so, a lot of rhythm and chants and songs. So you had slave music, which really became gospel, and the jazz music. And where jazz music really takes off is, and where jazz music's connected to hip hop is the struggle to get in. Okay? So with jazz, if you ever listen to a great quartet, everybody's waiting for their moment to shine. Okay? You all know the rhythm, you all know the song, you know where you're starting, you know where you're ending. But when is your part to shine is different for the song. You have to feel that and feel the spot. All right, it's my turn to step up. In hip hop, you're stepping up to a mic, where in jazz, it's like, okay, here's the drum solo. I'm feeling it. All right, make sure the band knows I'm coming in, and it's your spot, and it's your time to shine. And it was free flowing, and everybody had their moments, and it could be different from song to song. You performed it different ways. So this was just your spot. So just like you could play the same track and you're going to come in, you might lay down different lyrics this time, that time, especially if you're freestyling, switch the way you rap. Yeah, all of that. So I love the evolution of it. Starts coming up the Mississippi and starts to become blues by Memphis. Right?
Some good stuff.
And then it gets to Chicago and it's a different type of refined blues. Then this jazz music starts traveling towards the East Coast, starts meeting all the reggae from the Jamaicans that have come up to New York. Right? So
Brilliant.
you had the gospel and then the jazz, and then you have this reggae, and that gospel meets the reggae rhythm real well, and you start to have that rhythm and that guttural and that music and that tone and that what you want to talk about in the same way with, so much reggae was about freedom and about, standing up and about so much unity and getting past war, standing as a people, and it just worked in the same ghettos that hip-hop was coming from. Talking about what's going on, wanting to get better, wanting to leave this place, wanting to make mine so I can get, out of this ghetto and I've got this money, and I'm going to get to this better neighborhood. And it's always, it's about salvation. I mean, music's about salvation. We're always looking for, you know, it's why depression and music go hand in hand.
Yeah.
When you're down, you want to listen to some tunes that can help you feel seen and heard, or you're trying to look for, this is where I'm at now, and this is where I'm going to go, right? So this is what I aspire to be, and this is where the rest of the story is going to go. So actually, completely off topic, one time I heard a pastor talking about Eminem songs for Easter, and I'm like, okay, all right, I got to hear this, because he talked about the dark and he talked about the resurrection, and I'm like, oh,
okay,
wow. But he, you know, how
interesting way to do that.
Yeah, but so much music is like that.
Yeah,
right.
Truly.
So I like the roots of it all. What I got into, and because of the love of rap, my favorite genre to listen to is, now, I love my 90s gangster rap, even though I'm far from a gangster, right? I mean, I'm a nerd,
good music.
right? Good music's good music.
Good music.
There was
good music.
There was so much good stuff in there. I like the battle raps.
Yeah.
Because battle raps is that combat. It's a game. It's a chess game. It's a fist fight on wax. I mean, sometimes you're throwing blows. So I love the battle rap, but I just love the laid back, jazzy, cool. Your Jurassic 5s, your Black Alicious, your Tribe Called Quest, your, you know, just that laid back storyteller hip hop.
Yes.
So, yeah. Tell me a good story in your song, and you got me.
I couldn't agree more with you too with that. As far as like the personal taste, man, that's always been kind of the sound I gravitate towards, like Mos Def, right? Like, and the type of sounds he would make. Like, real quick though, you mentioned like how different people introduce hip hop in different ways to teach you things. I want to throw out a shout out, bro. Rest in peace. One of my English teachers in high school, her name was Miss Honey, bro. She taught us poetry and a lot of stuff through Tupac.
Oh yeah,
like she was, and I mean, like, it game changers. So there's ways to introduce it to people to educate you on what the actual art form is, versus seeing the, you know, the flashiness of it, right? Like it's an art. So I feel you on that, bro. But man, those.
Now my number one love in music has always been punk rock, and
I feel you.
A lot of it has to do with the rebellion against corruption. Okay?
Totally get it.
So, really what I've learned as I've aged is I like rebellious music when it's rebellious against power that is corrupt, power that takes advantage, and power that doesn't care about others. So, you know, getting into some old folk music, man. You get into, you know, the old, this land is your land, this land is my land. Man, that was a protest song.
Yeah.
We sang it in grade school, but it was a protest song. This land belongs to you and me.
Right.
You know, same guy wrote, "You fascists are gonna die," and wrote on his guitar, "This machine kills fascists." I mean,
I feel you.
yeah. So then you have punk rock that got aggressive in the 70s and especially the 80s and the Reagan era that destroyed it all. But there was a rebellion against that. And then when it was the 90s, the rebellion didn't come from punk rock music. You know, I mean, the 90s punk rock was, I mean, you had your NoFXs.
Yeah.
But they were not the mainstream rebellious music. It came from NWA saying F the police.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I always felt like personally, I've always felt like rock and rap music have gone synonymous with each other. Like, it was pretty surreal, like, when Migos made the Rolling Stone cover, and it was like, to me, that was a moment, because it was like, damn, like, this is, like, rap and hip-hop, it could be, you know what I'm saying, those two worlds kind of mix and collide pretty well.
Yep.
So, I mean, we've seen with countless collabs and stuff, like, you know, the one that always comes to mind is Jay-Z, Linkin Park.
Yep.
I mean, brilliant, like, collaboration.
Well, in the late 90s, early aughts, man, there was that whole rap rock thing. You had your Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, POD,
Right, POD,
Linkin Park. You know,
Limp
that
Bizkit and POD were great.
dude.
And then I was, forgot to mention Aerosmith and Run DMC and the collaboration.
Absolutely.
It was cold blooded. So
Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, that gave Aerosmith a whole new life because they had that credibility with Run DMC. I mean, they were the kings of rock. There was none higher.
Not really at all, man. They were just on top of the world. Those two genres colliding with each other, two great groups that collab with each other like that. It's just brilliant. Like, it set the stages for what, like, I feel like came afterwards, because to me, Beastie Boys had such of a
Well, they started as a punk band.
See, I didn't even
Their
know
first
they started as a
their
punk
first band was their first album was not hip hop. Yeah, it was all instruments and punk rock. And then it was Rick Rubin that helped get him into that kind of hip, that rock rap sound. Yeah.
So sick, man.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin, shouts out Rick Rubin. That's genius.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I always enjoyed watching him.
Even his Eminem stuff, that's underrated.
Man.
Eminem and Rubin, I thought was underrated.
It's ridiculous. I love watching the documentary of the Jay-Z making the Black Album, and Rick Rubin just sitting there in amazement that this man didn't write anything down. I thought the same thing. That was ridiculous to even fathom, just writing whole songs, keeping them in your head for so long, and then spitting them on, call, and being like very surgical with it, precise to the point, and it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. But those two genres mix so well, because even Rick Rubin, he's if I'm not mistaken, produced a lot of rock.
Oh yeah,
a lot of rock, and it's all great too. Yes. So it's like
his catalog is insane. Like, he's so multi-genred. He just has an ear for music. So here's one though that few know about, and if you have not heard it, have you ever heard the Loud Rocks album?
No.
Dude.
Okay,
we're gonna play some of this. You and me is gonna listen to some music in a little bit.
Okay.
Dude, you've not lived until you've heard it was System of a Down, a Wu-Tang collab, but Static X on Dead Prez, Nothing But Hip Hop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we gotta tap into that. We gotta tap into that, because that just sounds like some hidden gems.
Dude, you're gonna enjoy. So, we'll talk specifics about who we like in hip hop, and we'll talk about the top 5 in that. But we are a store. We do sell stuff. So when it comes to hip hop, we've got stuff. So obviously, it comes down to hip hop was a CD format. It was, CDs came out late 80s, and that's when hip hop hit. So it is a CD format. But we've got more than that. So here's a couple CDs I've got in stock right now. Talk to me about some Mystical.
Mystical is crazy. This is a legend. Definitely
a little bit of separate the art from the artist. Not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
But the way he raps.
Yeah, it's cold blooded. The way he raps is nice, but not a good guy.
Yeah. Just this raspy, shouty.
Yeah.
It was kind of that hard rock version of hip hop at the time.
Yeah. It's a little different for, you know what I'm saying?
Some Paul Wallen stock.
Paul Wall is tight.
What do you know about that Third Coast?
Yo, Paul Wall is tight, man. Fun fact, I met him at my job one time.
Yeah?
He was so nice. Yeah,
cool.
Man. Him and his wife were super cool, super
Glad
nice.
to hear that.
Took photos, everything.
Glad to hear that, because he was the worst concert I've ever seen.
I mean, look, man, he might have been sipping on something.
Dude, it was,
saying?
concert started at like 10 o'clock because of some type of sound issue he wasn't happy with or something. So he like didn't hit the, it was like 8 opening acts. So he didn't hit the stage till like 2 in the morning, man. He played like a 30-minute set. But still dig his music.
Yeah.
Dude, him and Chameleon Air, that color changing click.
Yeah,
dude,
Millionaire is crazy.
Dude,
too at the time.
that album, him and man, so
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
We
Paul
talked
Wall.
about him earlier. Jurassic 5.
Oh,
We got
yes.
some J5 in stock.
Quality control, come on.
You want a good little hip hop mix? You want to see the early stuff? You can peep those titles there. But everything from Tone Loc on Wild Thing and Whoop There It Is. Got that Hammer. Rump Shaker from Rex Effects.
House of Pain on there and
Yep.
stuff.
And running lower and lower on these all the time, but if you are a CD collector, I ran a Camelot Music that turned into an FYE and used to get promo CDs all the time, so you never know what I have. So if you're into the roots, you know, something a little different. It's you know, it's stuff you're gonna find on their Come Alive album, but if you want something that you know, more of a collector piece, this came out before the album. They sent it to us to check it out, see what we wanted to order.
You know, I might personally be interested in it. Like, truly. I love the roots. They're wonderful.
Everybody's into vinyl now. It's way cooler. It sounds better. It's nostalgic. It's ritual. You get this thing out, you look at the art, you put the wax on, you drop the needle. But, dude, so many great ladies of hip hop.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
yeah. Yeah, so
Oh my gosh.
let you peep some titles on there. Great little box set that we've got. 3 records for $40, dude. That's a
much.
deal.
Oh
So
my goodness.
you got some Foxy Brown. You've got some Shanti.
Man, yeah, Foxy Brown's enough to sell me on that. For
Yep.
sure.
And
Jeez.
then, you know, plenty of good features. So you got some Jay-Z, you got some Method Man, you know, Fabulous.
Chris, Fabulous, bro. Hold on. Shouts out Fabulous. That man has some wonderful mixtapes. Like, wonderful. Yeah, just shouts out Fabulous. That's all I wanted to say.
A Mount Rushmore man.
Oh, yeah.
We got some
Easy.
Biggie in stock.
Easy.
Got some
Oh.
Pop Smoke.
No, that's no. That's
Oh wait, that's the
DMX.
DMX. I meant to grab the pop. We have Pop Smoke. It looks close.
DMX.
But that's some DMX.
Exodus,
R.I.P.
bro. Exodus.
But you never know what you'll find. Maybe you want some toys. We got Run DMC toys. Fisher Price Little People.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe you want to watch a movie featuring. Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about Method Man some more.
Two of the best.
Meth and
Easily.
Red. Blackout album. Hey, where you start with hip hop, Blackout. Well,
I mean, you can start there.
You can start a
That-
lot of
I
places,
mean,
but that's a great place to start. But
yeah.
actually, I listened to that album. I've become a dad since then. You know, you know, there's some pretty misogynistic stuff on there. The Beef series. I was talking about battle raps earlier. If you want to learn about battle raps, the Beef series, and you can pull these up on YouTube too. You know, I'm all about owning the physical, and I'm trying to push my product. But pull these Beef things up on YouTube. I don't have all of them in stock anyway. You want to learn about some battle raps, man? There you go.
They get wild.
Props to Tech 9 and the Strange Music crew. We've got a lot of DVDs with some music videos on there.
Tight.
And you want to learn more about rap? The Art of 16 Bars, great documentary about learning about the art of rap music. And one last little pitch. Maybe you just want to throw something on your wall. some really cool comic book style art that's glaring right now with everything in the store, but come in and see it better. Nothing but a G thing, comic book style art that you can get framed up and throw up in your crib. So, all right, we'll just, how do we want to come back in here?
I could be like,
We can just, what we want to do is get to the top 5 here, so.
okay, be like, all right, so now to the good stuff.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so, Chris, excuse me, hold on, we'll start over, because I noticed you want to be Griffin. I got you, so, all right, you ready? All right, now, Griffin, so, now to the nitty gritty, the top 5, the personal top 5. It's a lot of thought. When you had texted me and told me to you know, to be ready to share that, I was just like, man, there's so many that come to mind. So I know we talked about honorable mentions and things like that, but what would be your top 5?
All right. So why don't we do this? I'll give my 5, you give your 5, and then when we get to 2, we'll talk some honorable mentions before we give our 1s. So,
okay.
My number 5.
Okay.
His name just came up from that Ha Hi movie, man. Member of the Wu-Tang Clan, the Method Man.
Man, I love it,
dude. So for me, Method Man, I'd heard some Wu-Tang, heard some of that, but never really got into it. Like I said, my first love was punk rock. My love of punk rock got me into things like Rage Against the Machine and then Limp Bizkit.
Those are great.
So Limp Bizkit was my gateway to Method Man and Redman.
I love that.
All right, because they got that. They got a couple of songs together that they've done. So one on Significant Other and one on Chocolate Starfish. So
yeah, Chocolate Starfish is a great album. Shouts out Fred Durst. Wonderful artist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there's reasons people don't think super highly of him.
Oh yeah,
but dude,
truly,
I really think they became an underrated band, man.
Yeah.
I love. And Wes Borland on guitar, and R.I.P. to their bass player.
Yeah.
So that's pretty recent. 2025 loss there. So Method Man, you know, and then I heard him. One of the big things was, I heard him. I loved his style. It was so unique. The raspiness of his flow and the way he just held it together. He didn't get super fast, but everything is just oozed cool. Right out of his words, man. He's just the coolest motherfucker on stage.
Easily.
And he did it with such wit and rhymes that were like, I did not see that coming. But where he really got me on that Blackout album, when he said, I'll go stone cold like Steve Austin if you can smell what Tecala's cooking. Yeah,
it's just like,
grab my attention with some wrestling lines.
Cigar smoking moment right there. Just cold-blooded, man. I'm a sucker for anybody that does a pro wrestling reference in a rap track.
Yeah.
Like,
Major
really,
Guns. I mean, way before he was making it cool.
West Side Gun really, like,
West Side Gun,
yeah. West Side, Benny, Conway, the whole Griselda lineup. Big fans of them for the way they put the imagery on their artwork for the, you know, especially with West Side Gun. He's been using Josh Bishop for his Hills Have Eyes series, which is low-key his show he runs for his pro wrestling group. I mean, it's just cold-blooded. Everything it's so nice, man. Action
What's
Bronson
the
Wale, man. Wale had one of the coldest sneaker drops with Asics. He had the Intercontinental Champion sneakers, and they were gold with the baby blue, black. You have to look those up.
I'll be throwing them up here on the screen right now, I'm sure.
The people would love to see it. There's some cold sneaker collabs with pro wrestling and hip-hop and all that stuff, so it's just really cool. But
yeah, I saw some customs when I was at WrestleCon.
Oh, yeah.
There were these Nikes with Austin on the back and his face bleeding red, and up around it had Bret Hart. He had even the sharpshooter on the shoe.
That's
That's they were way too expensive for me to buy.
I bet they were pretty penny.
Yeah.
They So
you're number 5.
Well, I would
Okay.
like to say some more things
Sure.
about
Oh,
Method
yeah.
Man. Method Man is cold-blooded. They said he doesn't really freestyle. He just writes his raps. This man is super, like I mentioned the word surgical. Yeah, that's exactly pinpoint. He had probably verse of the year on a Conway the Machine track, Lemon, if I'm not mistaken. That was, I mean, have you heard that one?
Mm-mm.
We'll have to
Okay.
peep that one. I think you would
All right.
love that track. And then with Conway the Machine, they're perfect
Yeah.
tandem duo. Like I love it. And, but Method Man, wonderful. That's a great number 5.
One of my I've already told you my number one up and comer, Marlon Craft.
Yeah.
He's got a track with Meth. So
See, that's goals right
Yeah.
there. That's crazy. Yeah, Method Man is wicked. Number 5 for me. So I was kind of at a crossroads because personally I was thinking like, I settled on Nas. Nas for me was number 5. Nas is like just consistently it's nasty Nas, bro. It's like, I don't know. This is the man that slayed the dragon of Jay-Z, in my opinion. Like, yeah, when they went at each other, I think
That one
Nas
hurt.
came out with
That one hurt.
Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. I think Nas, like, you can't touch him. I think, like, you got people like J. Cole and stuff, and like that was somebody I was kind of going at bat with number 5 too, because personally Cole's one of my favorite artists of all time too. But there's others that I feel like are just way more, influential. They
Yeah.
influenced him. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So like,
Roots.
yeah, like the Roots, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Your Pox, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, most stuff not anyways, but yeah, Nas for me was number 5.
We talked about storytelling earlier, man.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about Nas a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Spoiler alert.
Most definitely, man. Nas is just pivotal, man, a game changer, and I can't wait for that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
So my number 4, which a lot of people say that's too low, but that's where Pac goes.
No, that's
Okay.
look, I get it.
So Tupac, I mean, anybody can make a case for him being the greatest rapper ever, and I can't argue it.
Can't argue.
The man, poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Poetry, man. When he talks about, the way he talked about his mom in songs and the way to treat a woman in songs and just a life on a street that I didn't experience and understanding the plight of his life. And he made me feel, and that's what good art does, is it makes you feel, and
Yep.
Pac knew how to make you feel.
100%.
Then he had his gangster side when he came out on Death Row.
Yeah.
And while that probably ended his life,
Yeah.
man, is there a more of a banger than him and Dre on California Love, man?
That there's a couple on All Eyes on Me like that are just
There's so many on All Eyes on Me,
yeah.
but man,
double feature album too.
oh, yeah.
Like
Ambitions of a Rider. I mean,
Yeah.
just so many great tracks on there.
that's like the first thing you hear on the album, and it just sets the tone for everything that you hear after it. It's
That beat too. That
man.
don't.
It's
Yeah.
the perfect way to come into it for that time period. What he was trying to push at that time, that was the right way to go. But I
Yes.
feel you with it. It could have ended, his thing. But he's got so many, like you mentioned, and talk about his mom. Dear Mama is one of my favorites.
Oh, even that one after his post-death, that Bruce Hornsby track put behind it, The Way It Is.
Oh yeah, it's a
Oh,
great track. The Are You Still Down album was one of my favorites. Like, because I usually avoid the posthumous, like
I understand.
I usually avoid those albums because it's usually like I don't know, it's not genuinely that person's work entirely, right?
It's a producer taking their stuff and
Exactly.
finishing it out. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but Are You Still Down had already been recorded before, so it's like that album is crazy. But Pac, man, I feel you, bro.
Yep.
I don't think 4 is too low. I mean, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
What you got for 4?
4, Most Def.
Okay.
For me personally,
Yeah.
one of my favorite albums of all time is The New Danger. I like kind of like you, Chris. Like I love rock music too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big influence on, like, I mean, just Georgia, the South, like how it all kind of correlates. So the new Danger, and it's so jazzy, so like just so him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So much of his talent just showcased in
Yep.
that album, I think, is absolutely incredible.
That conscious hip hop,
Yep.
just
Yeah, conscious hip hop. That you know what I'm saying? It's the storytelling,
that
right?
Talib Kweli, that
Absolutely.
Common, that
Common, Talib Kweli. Those are like legend. Like those are people you can't
Gangstar,
touch.
Guru,
Gangstar was just vicious.
yeah.
And you know, Black on Both Sides is another one of my favorite
Oh,
albums
yeah.
by him. Obviously, like it's just ridiculous, all the work that he's, just the style. He's a big influence on my music personally. So like, I mean, most Def had to be in the top for real for me.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, that brings us to 3.
3,
Now
man.
we got to talk a little bit more Nas.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
See,
So that storyteller, man, to me, for a long time, I still put it at 1A as the best rap song ever. When we were talking about that, when you don't have to listen to a word Nas
Yeah.
says, it's the sound of his voice and the way the beat works with it on one mic.
mm-hmm.
And when you listen to one mic, and
Yeah,
it
so
just
great.
builds and builds and builds, and he talks about, you feel all the things he sees, all the things he goes through, all the stumbles, obstacles in his path just to try to do something, and it just builds all this pressure in life, and all he needs is one mic.
All of it. Yes.
Like, that's all he really needs. Like, I've got all this going on, you just give me one mic,
All you need.
I will change your mind. I'll change your perception. I will change the way you look at life at this moment
Yeah.
with one microphone. And that's all he needed. Like, that man, his words, his lyrics, the craft of his music. His first album is considered, that Illmatic is considered the classic.
Yeah, that
Even though,
pinnacle.
like, to me, God's Son
Oh, yeah, Godson is good.
is my favorite Nas album,
Yeah.
but, you know, I can't argue that Illmatic and Stillmatic.
Still Matic.
Ooh.
A little sleeper favorite of mine from Nas is the Lost Tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album is so good.
Yeah.
Definitely go seek that one out if you haven't, please.
And it's got a
Please.
great remix of One Mic.
Man,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, sensational.
Yep.
I feel you with Nas, man. Number 3 is a good spot for him. I feel that on the, you know what I'm saying? Man, my number 3. So funny you mentioned Pac. That's my number 3.
Okay.
For me, Pac was in the middle for me because easily, in my opinion, one of the most influential rapper probably
Absolutely.
ever.
Yep.
Shook up the game. Was unapologetically himself. The stuff that he stood for, like I had like a documentary tape, that Resurrection DVD, one of my favorite ones, man. Hearing a lot of his speeches he did one at a Black Panther party, which was excellent, man. He did just the poetry in his lyrics, all that stuff, man. He's just so talented.
Yep.
I hate that the world lost him and
Yes.
Biggie soon.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Easily into the early stages of their career, because I feel like it was only like sit there and think about, like, if Pac was alive, like what
would he be putting out, man?
yeah, and like, so one of the actual albums that was released after his death, with he got the blessing, Eminem got the blessing from Tupac's mother to release an album. I think it was Loyal to the Game, and yeah, that I felt like that's what we were headed towards, like
Yeah.
him and Eminem just tearing it up, bro. Like
Yeah.
I really, man,
Is that the one that had? It's also on God's Son, but there was also on a Tupac album that had a longer version with more Tupac on it, and it was that Thug's Heaven,
oh, bro,
and it was
easy.
Nas and Tupac
So good.
together.
So good. Pac, yeah. And then too, like, I like fashion and stuff. Pac was one of the first to me that like really was wearing a lot of designer stuff, but like he had a certain style to him that I don't think anybody was really touching in those days.
Yeah.
And he's still to this day influencing a whole generation of up and coming rappers. New, even the ones that are big today. You know, Kendrick Lamar is not shy about speaking about his, you know, influence from Pac. You know what I'm saying?
You can hear it.
Yeah, and then like the whole To Pimp a Butterfly album, the whole ending, you know what I'm saying, having all those snippets throughout, and then at the end, yeah, he's talking to Pac. So powerful. And like you mentioned, Nas, another artist with like lyrics that cut very deep that can change the world, bro. Kendrick's one of those. Pac did it before, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of the songs. You gotta keep your head up. Like that's something that, you know, really had people keeping their heads up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then the thing I also like about Pac is he knew how to have fun too, because I Get Around is one of my favorite tracks by him. I love that song. You know, no shame in it. I love that song. So Pac, man, for three.
Yep. All right, so number 2. Very stereotypical of me as the white guy to put him this high on the list.
No, but go for it. Speak your truth, man.
Eminem.
Look, Eminem is ill.
Dude.
Eminem is ill. Like, he's great.
Changing styles. The amount of styles that guy can rap.
Yeah.
I mean, his split personality, they rap differently. And for him, Vanilla Ice ruined it. Like, we had Everlast, right?
Yeah.
House of Pain.
Yup.
And you had a few white rappers. But then when one made it big, ruined it all, and it was years and years. And then you had Eminem. Then you'd have some like Bubba Sparks and Paul Wall in there. But Eminem was that good that he could be a white guy taken seriously, especially with Dre in his corner, by a black audience, and had not total acceptance, you know, who gets total acceptance, but had acceptance, right? And they saw the talent. And talk about telling your story. And living in poor trailer homes, and what he went through, and how I mean, you look at him, he's not a big guy. I'm sure he got his ass kicked all the time. You know, and he talks about that openly, and it was this vulnerability that had not been there in rap music before. And it connected. And it also, I mean, his first album came out in 97. I was 16. So, you know, that definitely is going to connect. And his entire early stuff, and then he had a couple of like, was it not detox, relapse?
I think those relapse. Like late 2000s albums.
Real bad.
Yeah.
Also didn't like the what was the one before Kamikaze? I thought Kamikaze was a good comeback.
Kamikaze was the comeback that we needed from him for sure.
The one before that one, I'll put the title up on the screen.
I don't think I listened to it because it was a certain formula he had, like
it
woman vocal on the chorus, raps, some sad stuff, and then another like. But I mean, he made some empowering music, but it just wasn't what we
and I'm never gonna hate on an artist for putting out what they feel in that moment too, because that is their art. That's what they were feeling, and that's where they wanted to go. And you don't want to put out the same stuff over and over and over. And I get that, and you want to try something new, but it just wasn't for me. So
I feel you, brother.
Yeah. All right, so that's my number 2.
Number 2, that was a great number 2. I mean, really, the whole list, I can't really argue with it. And, you know, that's the beauty of the personal top 5, right? Because it's like, you know, easily if we're doing a top 5 based on, like, rap skill, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Your Eminems, your Logics, you know what I'm saying? All that's going to come up.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore is a different list.
Yeah, you know, Biggie, Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, all those come to mind. Just rap heavyweights that just, you know, Prodigy, stuff like that, they just can't be touched. But number 2 for me, A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Q-Tip, I love Q-Tip. Like, the way he raps easily, man. me and my I have a friend, man, that I had in college, man, one of my best friends. Me and him connected over our love for A Tribe Called Quest. Left My Wallet in El Segundo, just to me hilarious. But like also like Midnight Marauders, my favorite track on there easily is Electric Relaxation. Like that song, you could play that. It's great. Like you could play that anywhere. I feel like in any shop, any store. It's not. Nobody's gonna bat an eye. They're just gonna bob their head.
Yeah.
It's perfect type of, like I always thought, great coffee shop music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to go pull up.
My introduction to Busta Rhymes too.
Man, 100%, man. And Tribe just had so many good albums. Like I said, the Midnight Marauders. Hell, Logic used a lot of that influence with the skits, like with the robot. You know what I'm saying? Logic's ill too, and you can see he's a big fan of hip hop, so that's why I always enjoyed him. But with Tribe, like Beats, Rhymes, and Life, one of my favorites. Low End Theory, crazy. All their work just sensational, man. Yeah, I can't say nothing. I can't say. Just like everybody on this list, even your list, I can't say nothing but good things about these people. They're just brilliant. Like even with the, it's just.
If
brilliant.
I was gonna do top 5 groups,
yeah,
absolutely, Tribe Called Quest is
100%
on there. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I love the collective. I thought even the recent, their last album they did, you know what I'm saying, We'll Take It From Here, like brilliance. And then to have like people like Kendrick spit with Tribe, like, man, some of my favorite work.
Yep. So before we do our number ones, we got honorable mentions. We could talk honorable mentions all night if we wanted to, I'm sure.
Honest, yes.
So, I'll run down a few. Mention Busta Rhymes, might as well just go there. God, Speed Rapper. Just tremendous. Great rhymes and lots of fun. Redman, especially when he's with Meth. Brilliant stuff.
Got you, Common, right?
Common.
For me, being from the South, honorable mention Gucci Mane, and like, man, Gucci's like, he has like, I remember when he, made the famous quote about the sauce. Like, Gucci got sauce for years, decades. I firmly believe he came out, the womb just with sauce. Like, he's brilliant, man. I know like a lot of people have a certain opinion about Gucci, and he's definitely not a nice guy, but as far as like being from the South and what we would play a lot, especially growing up in that time period, Gucci was everywhere, so I have to throw him in there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Man,
I have to throw Outkast in there.
Yeah.
Again, if we're doing groups, they'd be in my top 5 groups.
Yep.
So, I can't separate them individually. To say what, I like them together, man, and I miss them. I
feel you on that. I totally feel you. Yeah, I said Gucci, man. So, like, Lil Wayne for me too, growing up was crazy, man. When a Millie came out, and then even just the like early stuff like the Carter 2, Fireman was like one of my favorite tracks growing up. Like, easily for soccer, I used to get ready, play with that. I'll throw some names. So one of my current favorites right now is Freddie Gibbs. Man, he raps like nobody else. Does his own thing. He's his own artist. I love it. That's Gangsta Gibbs, man. He's cold-blooded with it. He never has a bad verse. You can't replicate his flow, man. It's very talented. So I very much enjoy him. And watching the interviews and stuff, he seems like a genuinely funny individual. Like, he could probably easily be a comedian. So shouts out Freddie Gibbs, Schoolboy Q for me.
Nice.
And then to throw a couple of names back, De La Soul, easily.
New album out.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
crazy. Slick Rick. Slick Rick.
Lottie-dottie-dottie.
We like the party. Come on, man. Hey, bro.
Hey, speaking, that was an influence for Snoop.
Man, 100%.
Snoop snagged that. I remember one time when my wife heard that, and she's like, somebody said that before Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Snoop's another honorable mention of mine too,
Yeah.
because
The most unique of styles.
oh my
man.
goodness,
And you
bro.
want to talk about
The
sounding
most
cool with
unique.
every word.
The most unique. I mean, like when I was growing up, so I'm born in '95, so like Snoop coming out with when he was working with Pharrell, especially. Pharrell is another honorable mention too. Pharrell is just ridiculous with everything.
NERD albums.
Yeah, NERD albums are some of my favorite music. Real quick, I would want to shout out. I think you told me you've seen this movie, but the Pharrell Lego movie they did.
Oh yeah.
That movie is
Yeah,
brilliant. I highly
fun.
recommend checking that out
Yeah.
if y'all haven't.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, easily one of my favorite Lego movies.
So, recent artists you mentioned. So, recent favorite, Marlon Craft.
Yeah.
You like jazz. You like hip hop.
Yeah.
Son of a jazz musician. Grew up in Hell's Kitchen. All live drums, piano, saxophone. Brilliant stuff.
Brilliant.
And then some real honorable mentions. So, these are the two that was hard for me not to put on my top 5.
I feel you.
And that's Jay-Z.
Yeah, easily
Oh.
one of my honorable mentions too.
So good.
So talented.
And I love the line, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Yes, bro.
Oh.
Yes, that's the
I
one
mean,
most quoted
dude
ones.
knew who he was.
Businessman.
And even like, that Black album,
Yeah.
it's a spotless album. I think it might be the greatest rap album ever.
It did very well.
Um,
Arguably can be that. Very
You
well.
can't, it's something that could be
Jeez.
argued. Jay-Z came back, and I think it was the Renegade album when he started talking about 40 is the new 30, and, I used to smoke blunts, now they're Cuban cigars. Like, he leveled up. He's like, I thought I was hot shit in my 30s. Man, let me tell you, like, you figure life out as you go. You kind of figure out your niche in life and live there. Like, and you kind of figure that out in your 40s, to be honest. Late 30s, early 40s for me. Is figuring out your niche in life and kind of, if you do it sooner, good for you, but that's where it was for me. So he kind of figured that out and found his niche there. So real hard for me not to include him.
Real difficult. 444 is one of my favorite projects from him. Essentially, it's just stripped down to just Sean Carter, and I thought it was great. He also had a great Reebok collaboration too, bro. The S. Carters.
Yeah.
My uncle had put me on those, and those are to this day I still can't find a pair, but it is what it is. I know Jay-Z's not the most popular person, but nobody can take away the man's talent with lyricism, with hip hop, knowing his style, knowing what he brings to the table. He brings a lot to the table, so I feel you. Jay-Z's a hard one not to mention. Man, so many different ones.
I said these were the two not that hard for me to include. I'm coming back to that one, but one that I did forget to put into my honorable mentions that I've got to.
What's up?
And it only works for the first half of the career. First 5. After 5, I'm out. Kanye.
Yeah, he's 100%.
Kanye changed rap music.
Changed it. 808s and
I
Heartbreaks.
worked in music at the time. I heard it. That College Dropout album.
oh
I
my
said, this
gosh.
guy is the Kurt Cobain of rap music, and he is going to change rap. And I saw conscious hip hop rise. You saw Talib, you saw Common, you saw them start to get their spots.
Yes.
And it was with him and
Yup.
bringing that soul music in there. He was that producer that, H to the Izzo from Jay-Z was all Kanye. And
So crazy talented.
so talented. And so many geniuses are crazy. And, I'm not going to sit here and judge the man. I think he needs to stay out of headlines and get help.
Yeah, me too.
But God, those first 5 albums, all the way through that Dark Twisted Fantasy record.
Oh my gosh, yeah. One of the best rap albums of all time, in my opinion, too, easily.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
I miss the old Kanye. I hope he gets his shit together because, man, musical genius.
Same.
Any more honorables from you?
Yeah, I would like to definitely throw a special shout out to Mayhem, Loren, Action Bronson. They be doing their things on the TV with the Vice with the food and stuff, and their TV show. And like, I know it's not a show no more, but they, I found out about their music from the show, watching it. I would love Vice, the channel, when what I'm saying, was big and stuff. Dark Side of the Ring, one of my favorite shows from it. And watching a lot of their programming, that's how I found out about them. And they have a certain difference in wordplay. Currency gets a shout out, honorable mention. Gotta love Spitter. Currency's ridiculous. Clips, easily. You know what I'm saying? There's so many names, man. It's kind of like hard to really sit here and pinpoint. Mobb Deep, Prodigy.
Ooh.
Prodigy's cold-blooded. A lot of these gentlemen that were mentioned are cold-blooded. If you want to talk about on the women's side of things, right? Your Lauryn Hills, Foxy Brown was mentioned.
Lady of Rage.
Yeah, Little
Rough
Kim.
and stuff with her afro puff.
Yeah,
That's some old school.
Man, 100%.
Lil Kim.
Lil Kim was bad when she was out first. I was like, man, she's hitting hard lyrics. I love it.
Very
Missy
hard
Elliott,
to get your respect in that game as a woman too.
100%.
Missy's so good.
Missy Elliott for sure. Missy Elliott had all us dancing in class and school and all that stuff. She was excellent. So
and go throw on some old Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
like before she got signed.
I mean,
dude,
man, she's got some hits too. Her and I know they said
I loved hearing her on that Monster song. That was my gateway to her.
Yeah, her on that Monster song was she was just very ferocious. It's very talented. Yeah, they got some talent, definitely on the women's side of things, man. They're brilliant. So, LaChat, you know what I'm saying, with 3-6 Mafia, I think was who she was rolling with. LaChat is, shouts out LaChat, shouts out LaChat, y'all get on her.
So my last honorable, before we go to our number one, that was hard not to put on here, was Biggie.
Yeah, it's
Notorious
very hard.
B.I.G. I do think that Juicy is the greatest rap song ever.
Yeah,
I played it in here when I opened my store before the gates opened.
I love that,
dude, because it was all a dream. For him, it was hip hop. For me, it was opening the store.
Yeah, man.
And he talked about having to overcome so much to get to where he was. So I felt that in a different sense, but I love that song. So real hard not to put him on the top 5.
Biggie is, what I'm saying, his track record, like his lyricism, what he put out speaks all of the song. It's like I said, it's very sad and unfortunate that we lost Pac and Biggie so close together, and them being two of the most talented individuals. I would see videos of Biggie rapping on streets before he was famous, and those were electrifying. It's unfortunate, man.
We're ready for number ones?
Number ones, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So I talked about my love of battle rap.
Okay.
And this man would be disappointed that we were talking about our top 5 hip hop. We should be saying our top 5 rappers. Because rapping is something you do, and hip hop is something you live. And that is The Philosopher, KRS-One.
Oh, yeah, KRS-One.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody. Dude, I could quote his lines for days.
So cool.
I'm not the best. I never said I was the best. Nah, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The man knew how to battle rap. He knew how to rhyme, and he knew how to educate you while you listened. You learned about life. You learned about streets. You learned about the past. You learned about the Bible.
Yeah.
From KRS.
Yeah.
Like, he was a philosopher, and he was very anti-pop rap and keeping his stuff off of MTV. And not using rap as a way to flash your value or get ahead, but to use it as an art that was created by a culture. And I realize I am not a part of that culture. I am an appreciator of that culture. And I appreciate everything he did, everything he put into it. One of the greatest concerts I've ever seen. And this concert was like 12, 13 years ago, where he was an old man then. It could still load, he was the MC that knew how to put on the show that kept the whole crowd hyped. To me, the greatest ever, KRS-One.
Yeah, KRS-One. Man, that is I love that, because that's like, for people that are not familiar with KRS-One, like when they go and discover that,
It's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Easily, yeah. Favorite rapper's favorite rapper. They say that about there's this one guy right now. His name's Ellie Dollar, man. They say that about Ellie Dollar too, man. He's your new favorite rapper's favorite rapper, like so it's kind of cool, man. There's just even you bringing up KRS-One is just unlocking a lot of other honorable mentions. Like I said, we could probably go back and forth naming people. So if we didn't get to anybody that is your personal favorite, please forgive us. But there's a lot of good hip hop in the world that is just
good time to throw your favorites in the comments, because hey, we got to get this YouTube channel going. You got to like, you got to subscribe, you got to hype, you got to comment. We got to get to that first 1,000, man. We're trying to monetize this thing. We ain't expecting anything, but we're a little store, and we're just trying to make ours. So, yeah.
I hear you on that. Please drop your favorites in the comments. So yeah, one, man, you got KRS-One. I feel that. My personal is, you mentioned him earlier, Outkast. Outkast is my personal. Like I said, Georgia boy. Outkast, it was such. When I was, I remember 2003, 2004, 2002, like, we playing Outkast that whole time. Speaker Box, The Love Below That double record was a game changer for me. I always was a fan. I love
AT-Aliens.
AT-Aliens, yeah, another one of my favorites. Stankonia.
Stankonia is my favorite album.
That, man. So, yeah, Stankonia has got some straight bangers. Equimini, another one of my favorites too. Equimini's probably got my favorite song by them on there, which is Equimini. But at the same time, I can't sit there and say that that's my favorite. I take that back immediately. It's like, wow, because there's so many different records they got that just speak to me. Baby Blue by Outkast, really Andre 3000's track. You know what I'm saying? Rumor has it that was all one take. So to me, that just is impressive. Yeah. And it's such a great record. Outkast. Andre 3000, definitely more so. I love Big Boy.
He's known as the lyricist. And yeah. I love how deep their stuff gets.
Man.
Like their music, their party songs are deep.
Yes.
Like Rosa Parks. That's a party song, man. That's a fun, bumping up and fun song, but it's about Rosa Parks.
Bombs Over Baghdad.
Dude, that's the next one I was going to say. That one.
But it's such a high energy, just one of my favorites.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. I mean, dude, like,
hey,
talk about vulnerability of, like, I wanted this to work with your daughter, but it can't. But I will be there for your grandson. That is my child, and I'm going to be there, and I am promising you that. And hey, y'all. Dude, he even said it, like, y'all don't even care. Y'all just want to hear me sing,
Exactly.
Y'all just want to dance. That's what it was. Y'all just want to dance. Like, it's a song about the disillusion of a relationship.
Yes.
And
it's
so happy sounding, which... I mean, that's my shirt. Nothing matters, smile anyway. I'm into ska music. I mean, you want to talk about some depressing lyrics under some really happy music.
Shouts out Willow Nightingale.
Yeah. Dude, I love Willow.
She's the best.
And we'd love to have you as a guest, Willow, if you're watching.
That would be wonderful.
That ain't happening. But, that was, Outkast, absolutely tremendous. That Stankonia album, yeah, that so many good tracks on there. Brilliant record. Then they did that double where they kind of each had their vision, but then the reason I can't love that so much is because that was kind of the end, you know? I mean, that they had their own vision. They each did those. They did that Idlewild movie and soundtrack, and they were out, man.
Yep.
One reunion show, I think, since, and a weird ass flute album from Andre.
You know that? Yeah. When I'm reading, that is a great album to play. When I'm reading some
I was
books.
all excited for a new Andre record, man. That's all I knew, and then I clicked on that and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, same. I was kind of like, wow, we're about to get, because he has some great features here and there. Like I mentioned, Frank. Oh well, I don't know if I mentioned, but and this is not hip hop.
He's on the new Killer Mike album. Great stuff on there too.
It's
man.
crazy on the Killer Mike album.
Yeah.
He had a verse on Frank Ocean's Channel Orange that I really loved and stuff. He is brilliant. Definitely my favorite side of the double album was The Love Below. Yeah. There's no secret. Speaker Box is wonderful.
Yep.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Love Below is different.
I like that album in that you could see where each of them came from.
Yep.
You know, I do dig that when a group splits up and you can see how they made the group. You know, when the Beatles group broke up, or
Kiss.
Even for me, Kiss. For me, you know, going back to those roots of Christian music.
Yeah.
I grew up a DC Talk fan, and then they broke up and they each went their own ways, which don't dig too much into Tate and what he got up to. That's a whole other podcast, man.
Whole other podcast, bro. Dig deeper.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening to us talk about some rap music, and come visit it, Nerdstalgia. Again, Citadel Mall. We're right by the Platte and Shelton entrance. You can come downstairs from the food court. Real easy to get in and out. Come see what we've got that you might be nerdy about. You never know what hidden treasure awaits you. Maybe something autographed, maybe something to put on a shelf, maybe something to watch, maybe something to introduce to your kids. This is how we used to play video games, or something we used to do. So maybe you just want to get out of the house and have a third place to go and come play video games with us. We've always got Game of the Day going. As long as somebody hasn't rented the space, you can sit down and throw down. Joe and I just played some NBA Street. I got my ass kicked.
Dude, NBA Street Volume 2 is a classic. It's so good.
Man. He's
got a lot of brilliant games up in here too. I know I probably said brilliant a lot. I like that word. That's the word of the day, I guess. But I mean, he's got like the Ultimate Alliance games. Def Jam Vendetta is what we was playing last time in that game. If you haven't played that, I mean, it just takes hip-hop wrestling, puts them together. It's beautiful.
You want to talk about another avenue into loving Method Man?
Yeah.
That game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because his music was all over it. He was one of the best guys on there.
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah. Joe Budden.
Yeah, they had him on there, man.
Yeah. Dude, those games were so good. I wish they'd bring those back.
Yeah, me too.
Of course, then my games wouldn't be as valuable. Thanks again for joining us talk nerdy about stuff. If you want to talk about what you're nerdy about on here, come on to the What Are You Nerdy About portion of our podcast. I'd love to talk to you about what you're nerdy about, and I'd love to meet you. Come into Nerdstalgia, nerdstalgia.shop. If you can't come in, you can check out our socials and how to buy from us off of that hub site. Thank you so much. Until next time, thanks, Joe.
Anytime, brother.
Chris the king of nerds. Pro wrestling he swerves. That's the moves he serves. Living in the universe. Ring the bell, he's there. With that passionate flair. Posters up everywhere. Nothing else can compare. Chris the Wrestle King.